Welcome to the Law Firm Marketing Minute, your source of internet marketing inspiration.
Hey everyone, and welcome to the Law Firm Marketing Minute. I'm your host, John Hinson, and this week, not necessarily a marketing themed episode, but still something sort of tangentially related to your law firm. First of all, hello to those of you that I met at the North Carolina Bar Conference in Winston-Salem this past week, and also hello to those who may have met Jana and Sophia down in Orlando for the Florida Bar. Welcome to the show if this is your first time listening, but otherwise, hello to the rest of you out there. But this week also is a big week because today, actually, we have a new team member starting here in the office, and they're working with me, and you'll probably see them in some way on a lot of future content that we're putting out. But in kind of getting prepped for their arrival, it was a good opportunity for me to go back through our systems and processes manual and just kind of make sure that everything was up to date, and ideally, you probably want to have some built-in automatic audits, to your manuals anytime, just kind of throughout the year. You don't want to wait for, a new team member to come on to audit them. But it was a good opportunity for me to just kind of sit down and just make sure that, the systems and processes that we have in place are documented and are up to date. And I think it's very important that there's that distinction there. The first thing, for sure is that you have the systems and processes documented. I can't remember, did I have this in our main presentation? I don't think I did, but there was a less than half, if I remember correctly, of lawyers from our trends or our legal marketing trends report. We asked how many law firms had their systems and processes fully documented. And no, now that I think of it, it was around 2/3, I believe, which is great. It's a majority, but there's still a good chunk of you out there who do not have your systems and processes documented, or at least fully documented. And really, I mean, the importance of that is, even if you are a true solo operation, and that's fine if you are, you still want to have your processes documented because it provides you with a lot of benefits later on down the road, regardless of what your current intentions are. So for example, if you do hire someone, if you have plans on hiring someone down the road, it really does help for you to have everything documented so that people can come right in and they can read the manual, and there's less time training because you're not trying to, in that moment, teach them what they're supposed to be doing. But also, it makes sure, and there's written proof that, hey, here's what you need to be doing. And if you're not following this, then there's going to be a problem. The other sort of, benefit to that is if, in terms of having documented systems and processes, is if you have to miss work, or if the metaphor that we use here all the time is if you get hit by a bus, who's going to be able to keep things moving for you? And if you're a true solo operation, maybe it's nobody, and your business, maybe falls apart. Or if you have a team, or maybe another attorney that you work very closely with, or something like that, they can step in and keep things moving. Having your systems and your processes documented at least gives people an idea as to how you like things done, and they can keep things going your way. The third benefit kind of that systems and processes have is that if you ever do decide to sell your firm, and you have a very successful firm, and your firm, gets appraised at a very high value, your documented systems and processes become part of that value and part of that selling piece. It's that intellectual property sort of thing. I mean, we've told this story before. We're good friends with someone who sold their firm to go and start another business. And her systems and processes manuals were so good that they became part of the negotiations. It was a six-figure element in the negotiation of selling the firm. So having your systems and processes documented is so important. And then on top of that, just kind of making sure that they're up to date. And it's really a mindset thing, honestly. It's making sure that every time you do a new thing, that you're documenting how you did it, and then making sure that it's part of your manual. And if you can't do that up front, make sure that you have regularly scheduled audits in place to make sure that everything that you're currently doing is documented. And so, and again, it's not going to be a perfect system. It's going to be something that you tinker with over time, ironically talking about a system for documenting systems. But, there is so much value that it could be in it, kind of a humble brag, but I mean, we've heard the people here that work for us talk, kind of compare their experience here to other jobs. And it's just, and one of the things that they always comment on is just, hey, I everything's documented. And I'm very clear on what I'm supposed to be doing. And it wasn't really like that in other jobs. It was just mostly chaos. And so, don't assume that your employees are going to automatically know what to do and how to do it. Document it. Just make sure everything's documented. And the nice thing about it is, as people work, and especially if you get people in place who have a little bit more expertise and experience in certain things, marketing, front desk, bookkeeping, whatever the case is, they will often find ways to improve on the systems that you initially built, which is great because then you can modify what's in the document, what the system and process actually is. And that way you're constantly improving and you're consistently adding value to your firm along the way. So that's my little nugget for you this week. There's a ton of value and a ton of importance on having documented systems and processes. We're living it right now, just internally here at Spotlight Branding as we get our new team member up to speed. But yeah, it's so important, and it really will make your job a lot easier if you have all of that stuff documented. So if you're interested in learning more about what that might look like, how you can get it set up, any kind of software that you might want to use, feel free to reach out to me. I'm happy to help in any way that I can. But other than that, that's it. Just a couple of other reminders. Be sure that you check out Center Stage. It's our sister podcast here to Law Firm Marketing Minute. Lots of great interviews every week with just industry experts covering a wide range of just marketing and business development related challenges that I know a lot of firm owners are facing, regardless of whether you're a legal, law firm owner, financial firm owner, really anything. And so, check that out. It's called Center Stage. It's wherever you consume your podcasts. And then also, if you have not yet, check out the Legal Marketing Trends Report that I mentioned. You can go to spotlightbranding.com/trends22, trends22, and download your free copy. We're giving it away for free. So that is it for this week. We will see you next time.
Thanks for joining us. Please visit lawfirmmarketingminute.com for more information. We'll see you next time.